What's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. It's 7:06. It's 11/7/2019, which is secretly 11/3 on the Gregorian calendar, or some such stuff like that. Every year, it's 11. Every year, this happens. And like Q told everyone, it's all set. Oh, God, look at this. You see this shirt? This is made by a company called Triple Art Design. And it's made by veterans, and it's made in America. And it has a gun sight that someone's going to say is a secret Illuminati sign. So there's that. So be ready at any rate. What is up? Peabody's mom's got the wrench. Rebecca Fink, what up? Child of God, what is up? Flat Earther, what's up from Rochester? Angel Bulldog has the wrench, awakened by the looking glass reflection. What's up? Luke himself. Michael Turecki. Is that right? Mike Decker has got the wrench. What's up, brother? Jay Wiggins, Diesel Dust 76. Mike Decker's got a good YouTube channel where he shows what the skies out in the great West look like. And he also does live streams now. And he'll get better at it. You see what I mean? So check out his YouTube channel, or don't, whatever, but you should. Broken Reality has the wrench. Roger Pimpton, Rebecca Rogers, Tube Club, James Diamond, Joey Young, Marietta Williford, is that right? Cool Beans, OG Johnny B. OG Johnny B, what's up? You sound like somebody I grew up with. The Refined Alchemist says, yo. Troubled Sky, Sean, good evening. Louis Falco, what's up? Teresa C, Vaping Hammer, J Library, Lynette Moody. Hey, Vaping Hammer, I'm going to guess that you vape like myself, and apparently Donald Trump is going to ban vaping because vaping killed somebody, which is strange because I vape from vape shops all over the United States, random places in Illinois and New Mexico, places I've never been to in my life. I've never once heard about something like this occurring, and I've never once gotten sick because it's all complete and total bullshit. 40,000 plus people every year for the 52 years that I've been alive have died a horrific death from lung cancer that is from smoking cigarettes. But that doesn't get banned. It doesn't get anything. It gets taxed. It's in there. But other than that, yeah. Vaping is too small. They can't regulate it. They can't tax it enough to make money off it. So they're going to ban it, and people are going to let it happen. So there's that. You know what I'm saying? John Michael says cigs kill people every day. They should ban those, which was just my point, but they won't. So there's that at any rate. All right. What is up, Lacius Lace? Corey Stenson. Fungus. I don't know how to say that, dude. I don't know how to say that. Brian Murray, Truth in the Desert. You're already getting censored by Google because you wrote many smokers never die of lung cancer. And apparently many smokers never die of lung cancer is offensive. And YouTube has decided that they need to come on this private platform that I'm on, StreamYard, and censor that sentence, which makes absolutely little to no sense. But that is where we're at. And December 10th, 2019, it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. They're going to just keep squeezing and squeezing and squeezing until we're completely and totally gone. So I'm going to start a podcast because I can do this all day on a microphone. That's easy enough. YouTube is almost completely done. They're done with us. So there's that. Be ready. Oh, you can't say F Google because apparently that's been censored. Stressed fairy. You should tell them that you're a stressed fairy and you find that offensive and now you're stressing and you're a fairy. As long as you're a fairy, you're good to go. YouTube has no problem with that. If you're a white, straight, Christian, veteran, American male that is simply showing the news that the news doesn't really care about, that's no good. You cannot have that. You can't have that whatsoever at all. If I was married to another dude, I could say whatever I want. You know what I mean? And if it was harmful for children, so much more the better. So much more the better. Well, Richie, you're really stretching it. No, I'm not. Okay. And I'm going to show you. So here we go. Here's the news that'll probably get this channel taken down for good. Finally. Oh, let me pick through. Here we go. I'm sure you've heard of this because I've done a video on this particular man chick dude thing before. And what this person thing, whatever that is, this isn't a new, this is on Activist Mommy. I hit her up the other day. I think she'd be interesting to have on, but she might be too busy. You know what I mean? Some people really, really get busy once they're on YouTube. But here's the deal. I made a video about this person a long time ago. What they do is they completely target children on YouTube. On YouTube, they target children, and it's called Welcome to Queer Kid Stuff. Lindsay Amer, the content creator behind Queer Kid Stuff, or QKS, doesn't have quite the ring as RFB. Am I right? At any rate, this person's been going at it for a long time with her non-binary talking teddy bear and a selection of songs and lessons reminiscent of Sesame Street. She makes her intentions of indoctrinating toddlers and very young children quite clear. Yeah, but the problem is this is completely wolf in sheep's clothing, father of all lies, the same stuff I was telling you guys about last night. You know what I'm saying? This is exactly what they allow. This is what they want. This is what it will be. This is brand new. I must have made a video on him, her, or shim, I'm going to say a year or 2 years ago. So apparently this thing is still kicking out videos because, believe it or not, I do not troll the internet. I don't care. These stories are sent to me, which is why I'm putting them up, because a lot of people spend a lot of time sending me links, and you might as well put them up as long as we still can. But let me tell you, the ongoing theme here is attacking the children. They're going after the children. They're going after the children. And for the most part, they're winning. Because what I just showed you, this, they're not demonetized. They're not being censored. They're not being buried. I can only imagine how many subscribers they have right now. So do you see what I'm saying? It isn't an accident that Google / YouTube / whomever actually owns this entire corporation is taking channels like my channel was going straight up, myself and many others, and they just decided to stop it. The amount of ad revenue they lost simply from running ads on our videos. Every time you run a video, there's a commercial, there's a thing you got to click, blah, blah, blah. Whether the creator or YouTube was getting the money, somebody was getting it. You see what I'm saying? They completely stopped it to the point where they were losing $80 billion a year. That's not how you run a company, but it is how you push the plan. It is how you keep the agenda running forward. You see what I'm saying? And then on the flip side of that coin, how come this isn't banned? How come this isn't censored? How come this thing isn't asking you, hey, can you please help me out because they demonetized me and blah, 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 blah? Because they don't care, because it's all good. It's the agenda. It amazes me that people still think the stuff that we were predicting 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago is now what I'm showing you. How did we know that? Because when you look into Aleister Crowley, Alice Bailey, when you look into the New World Order's agenda, when you look at what they exactly want, they want the kids. They want the kids. And they've got them. You don't think so? All right. All righty then. Let me show you this one. Are you? Yeah. All right. Here we go. I'm going to show you this. This is going to freak you out, I think. Here we go. Bam. 8 million U.S. children are now on psychiatric drugs. This is an old story from almost a year and a half ago. So the number has gone up exponentially. Why do you think it is they would want 8 million children on psychiatric drugs? How is it that 8 million parents have allowed their kids to be on psychiatric drugs? Do you see what I'm saying? Seriously. Do you see what I'm saying? It doesn't seem to have an end here. It's just getting worse and worse and faster and faster and faster. It's no joke, man. It's no joke whatsoever at all. They're going after the children. It's the oldest story in the book. This is what they do. They're simply waiting us out, and the ones of us that do actually notice and won't shut up, they're just demonetizing, censoring, burying us. You know, the video's got 137 thumbs up, 15 thumbs down because I got my fans, and no views. You think that's just bad math on the quantum computer side? It isn't. Computers, by their very nature, are really good at basic mathematics, even on a mass scale. So I ain't hearing that. You know what I mean? Exactly. Majestica Madness said, my kid isn't behaving. Drug him for me. Okay? Thanks. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. And as funny as that is for us to say, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? No, there is no tea in Richie. I'm reading two at one time. But I mean, this is absolutely, completely insanity. This is shocking and insane. How many nights in a row can I do 30, 45 minutes on just the horrific things that are happening to the children of America? Do you see what I'm saying? I'm not even a dad. Do I regret it now? Yes. Richie, you're not old. I'm too old. It ain't happening. I'm not having a kid. If I had to, I'd get a puppy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not lonely. I just, we're supposed to procreate and spread out on the earth. And I think the numbers that they tell us, there's 8 billion people and we're all melting the polar ice caps and blah, 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 blah. We don't know that. How many times have we told you that they completely own absolutely everything? I was listening to Bill Cooper from 1992, when he still kind of thought aliens were real. He came around, but believe it or not, for those people that are like, Bill Cooper is one of them, man. He talked about UFOs. The dude saw one come out of the ocean. Do you see what I mean? If I saw a UFO come out of the ocean back in 92, I'd probably say, oh shit, there's a UFO coming out of the ocean. There's aliens. Bill Cooper didn't live as long as we did. Most of us weren't even awake in 2001 when he told us they were going to take down the Twin Towers and blame it on Osama bin Laden. And then month and a half later, they killed him in his front yard. Okay? We've had the luxury of the last 18 years to learn shit that we had no idea about. You think Bill Cooper would have came around to understanding that the earth is flat with a dome and outer space is simply water? Probably. Just saying. But I digress. Assembling? Yeah, we need to start assembling life rafts. Dude, no one's assembling, man. It's just yeah. Nicotine use is classified as at any rate. All right, so check this one out. You think that last one was bad? Okay, so some people sent me this link and I didn't need it because I already did a video on it. Apparently you did not see said video, but you see this? Yeah, subscribe. You see this thing? I don't even know what that is. But apparently it's a feminist. That's a feminist right there. So September 18th, 2019, the Fort Collins City Council agreed to remove language from its public nudity code barring girls and women over the age of 10 from going topless in Colorado City. And apparently this is affecting more than, I don't want to accidentally skim down and see a naked kid, so stand by. Okay, there isn't any. All right, good. So check this out. We have literally we have consented to absolutely everything from telling them that we were illegally driving and we needed to pay them to give us a driver's license to we don't know how to raise our kids and we need a law to tell us if it's okay for our 10-year-old to walk around naked outside or topless. I'm sorry. I'm always exaggerating. But you know what? There needs to be pitchforks. There needs to be all sorts of crazy things. This is old news. But this is exactly the target. This is where they're going. They're going after the kids. It looks like they're going to wait us out, or they're just going to silence us one way or the other. Do you see what I'm saying? And exactly. Marietta Williford said, my granddaughter is 12 and that's not cool or happening. Well, here's the deal. if you try to stop her, if she was so inclined, this is just another way of rebellion, father of rebellion, get it? You'll end up in court because you'll be breaking the law by trying to force your kids not to show their boobs. Do you see what I'm saying? I mean, 10-year-olds don't even have, it's just, I can't even believe I'm talking about this. It's completely and totally insane to me. Completely and totally insane. And yet here it is. You know what I'm saying? And I guess I don't know all this. I've already got hit up by a bunch of people. This isn't just Colorado. It's 6 other states. So 5 years ago when I was telling you transgenders in the bathrooms at Targets is the tip of the iceberg, I actually believe that's the name of the video. At the end, I said they want to change the laws so child pornography, child love, and all that other crap is normal. Well, I'm going to say for 100 that, yeah, we're there. And these are the type of people that we're fighting against. You see that? You see that? Whatever that is, this, I don't even know what that is. But imagine it having horns on it and the ability to sting you with like a scorpion type tail. Do you see what I'm saying? Does it make sense now? Exactly. This is a complete spiritual battle. And there's more of us than there are of them by a lot. And yet, too many people are worried about going to conference. I have a special message for you from God, but you have to come to this conference, or you got to buy my book. I mean, come on, man. Come on. That's what most of them are. Lukewarm. I stopped doing so many things that I had done my entire life. I've stopped doing things because I know that God's watching, because I can't justify it to God. I've stopped doing certain things that kind of make me not even understand why I'm still here, to be perfectly honest. You know what I mean? Some of you guys do, some of you don't. So I'm not talking about drugs. I'm not talking about drinking. I don't do that crap. There's no future in it. My drug is waking up at 3:00 in the morning because I'm freezing my ass off because I'm on the top of a mountain and the temperature dropped. And when you open the tent and look out, it's pitch black and you are so alive right then. It's insane. That's what I do. But I digress. Gordash said, same here. I don't know what you're saying, same here. I keep forgetting about this thing. Yeah, I know. Oh, I thought it was somebody else. Never mind. My bad. Are we making up new dates that something possibly could happen? Yeah, let's do that. Let's sit around and just make up dates. Blah, blah, blah. Here's the deal. When something happens, you'll know. If you're prepared, there you go. That's all there is. So there's that. All right. You are not pretentious, Richie. You're telling the truth. I know. I am aware. I'm being pretentious saying I know, but I do know. This is absolutely insane. These things aren't stories that I'm writing. I'm showing you stuff that's just straight out there that nobody cares about. Nobody cares. Everyone's distracted. Everybody's doing their own thing, and nobody wants to make anybody else mad. You know what I mean? Well, here's a little wacky one. This is a really old story. I mentioned it the other day, and Peabody's mom sent this, so check this out. You see this? This is a fact. This is a total, complete, and 100% facts. I did a video on this like 9 years ago. It's the worst video in America, but it's a company called Cenemix. And these are the people that take aborted fetal tissue and they use it as flavors, artificial flavors enhancers in, well, if you drink anything out of an aluminum can that isn't booze, you're probably drinking aborted fetal tissue. And that's a fact. And you think they wouldn't do that? Really? Have you seen the last 4 stories that I put up? It's all they're about. That's all they're about. If they can get you to ingest a murdered, aborted, unborn child, oh, that is just perfect. Absolutely, completely, and totally perfect. It's in Pepsi. It's in everything. Every quote unquote soft drink, this stuff is in there. You see what I'm saying? This is an old story and it's completely and totally true. It's been researched up, down, side to side. And I'm sure it's on Snopes by now. You know what I'm saying? Yep. There you go. Angel Bulldog is on it. Do not. Yes, absolutely. Without a doubt, Tiffany. Sorry, but it is. So there's that. It's just amazing that it doesn't seem to end. And I don't understand watching other YouTubers and so, well, there's a great awakening going on. Really? 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 Because if you're doing a whole entire live stream on the Great Awakening and nonsense, old, this is what's going on right now, and it's ramping up. They're going after the children in every single solitary arena. If you're a parent, if you're an aunt or an uncle, you need to be on this. Or I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, I'm doing my end. I'm not even somebody's father, and this shit enrages me. It makes me cuss. You know what I'm saying? Cussing. What a word. At any rate, let's go on to the next one, huh? Because they just don't end. Remember that big kerfuffle over drag queen story hour where the dude dressed up like a female demon so he could go in a room full of children that he could hunt, accidentally showed his penis to that child right in front of her face, because when you go in there wearing a miniskirt to read to a bunch of children, the last thing you're going to think about is, do I have underwear on today? It's completely and totally staged. It wasn't by accident, etc., etc., etc. But here's a new theme. This one is a Frozen themed drag queen story hour at, I think it's in New York, but it'll be November 14th at 6 p.m. at the Steele Memorial Library. And it'll be more demented, mentally disordered gay people that need to be in a room so they can predator on your children. I know I said that wrong, but it is what it is. I'm getting a little worked up here. So in a real world, in a democracy, in a left-right paradigm with the Republicans and the Democrats, in a real world, after that incident just happened, enough is enough. We can't keep doing this. This is completely and totally beyond the pale. A dude just exposed himself in front of a classroom full of children, but more specifically, right in a little girl's face, some dude flashed his penis. Nope. Now we're going to just have themes. So it's going to be gay guys and gay women on ice at school reading to your kids. Put that in your hat and vape it if you're still allowed, because that might be gone too. You know what I'm saying? When I told you when they started banning driving, well, you know what? The governors decided it snowed out, so nobody's allowed to drive unless they're a first responder. And then, you know what? It's raining out, and the governors decided, oh, you know what? We think vaping might be killing people or making them say, you mean vaping might be making people sick or something to that effect, and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Is it nicotine? Oh, you know what? Oh, it's the weed? Yeah, but we just legalized weed and we're making a shitload of money. Plus, we're genetically modifying it. Because why do you think the government would suddenly, magically, all of a sudden, hey, everybody, why don't we all just twist up a blunt and get high? You know, everything's cool. National debt's at 23 trillion. Trump's going to build the wall. NSA is spying on you again. It's all good, man. Pass that thing from the left-hand side. It's because it's genetically modified. So what do? They ban vaping. Did it affect you? Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. But here's the deal. Now they're going to ban it all across the world, all across the United States. The thing is they're testing the waters. Every time they told us, hey, you're not allowed to drive. Well, I'm a freeborn American, man. You know what I mean? I have my God-given right. No, you don't, because you consented to all these little check marks and this driver's license and the birth certificate and the income tax and every other thing. So now we're going to tell you what to do. And if you don't like it, we're going to send law enforcement. Yeah. Ever been to jail? Ever been to prison? You ever been in holding? You ever been cuffed? You ever been tased? You ever been taken down by a crew of correctional officers? Whew, it gets the blood going. Turns out they banned nicotine, and it was actually the THC. But you know what? The ban still stands, and that's all there is to it. So vaping is banned in Massachusetts. So there's that. Charlie Baker. Okay, moving on. Moving on. Frozen themed drag story time at Steel. I don't know where Steel is. Let me see if I can. I thought I knew. I want to say it's in New York because why wouldn't it be? Ooh, you can leave a reply here or you can donate to them. It's the Chemung County Library District. Anybody know where that is? Anyone? Oh yeah, let's not forget. Let's someone just reminded me, said you're a terrorist. Let's not forget. That's a thing too. Remember? Anybody that doesn't go along with everything is now a domestic terrorist. That's on the shelf. And they'll take that down when the time is applicable. You know what I'm saying? So let's not forget about that. John Risley said it's in New York near Steuben. So I was right. There you go. Cool. That was close. See, I'm torn. Sean Palm said this madness needs to be stopped. I'm torn here because I know that this has to happen. The way it's sped up, the way it's just blowing right by everybody, it has to be prophecy. But the way they're going after the kids with impunity, it seems like we got to do something here. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. 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 If your parents, grandparents, man, you gotta. I don't know. I don't have kids, so where's the other one I wanted to show you? This is a great one. This is phenomenal. Okay, so anyone over 10-year-old can walk around with no shirt on. 8 million children on psychiatric drugs. YouTube channel Queer Kid Stuff is probably enjoying unprecedented success. Drag Queen Story Hour is now going to be Disney on Ice. Aborted fetuses are in food to make it taste better. This one, because don't let them fool you. Yeah, come on, guys. Really. Anyone else noticing that I only talked about this once when it happened, but suddenly here it is absolutely everywhere 5 hours ago, 10 hours ago, 10 minutes ago, 2 days ago, 2 days ago, and every major YouTube channel is talking about it. This is all a distraction, man. I told you all I ever needed to tell you. Once he was in jail, they were going to whack him or whatever, and then case closed. Because with everything that I just showed you, do you really think that the powers that be, the pathetic little parasites, the elites, the Illuminati, whomever, give one flying F about children? They don't. They don't. They're doing everything in their power to make sure that everything that used to have to happen on Epstein's Island is just happening in Steuben, New York. You know what I mean? Or it's just happening in your favorite soft drink, or, you know, the kids are all on drugs. Or it just doesn't seem to end, or they can walk around topless. Do you think these people care? The government, what people think it should do or what it does do is protect the weakest of society, which traditionally would be homeless, elderly, and children. It's illegal to be homeless in the United States. For very, very many people are dealing with this. It's illegal. You can't, if you're hungry in this country, you can't just fashion a fishing pole or take a sewing kit, like I'll show you how to do if I'm still on YouTube, and catch a fish, because you have to have a permit. You can't camp in the woods if you're homeless because you have to have a permit. You see what I mean? If you're cold, you can't start a fire unless it's allowed. Or if you're Boeing and you're blowing up parts of California with a directed energy weapon because you want to, you know, force people out of California. But that's just crazy talk. At any rate, yes, there you go, right there. They give the elderly a different flu shot. Exactly. Jonathan, that's never going to happen. It's just never going to happen. It's just never going to happen. I don't know. That's my email. Thanks, Mimi. Mimi's the bomb. The bomb diggity. Show us what? I don't know what you want me to show you, Jasmine. I don't know. No fires. Oh, I don't know about that, Melody. If there was more of us, we'd all be fighting with each other. We wouldn't get along. I try. Indeed. You can't even go saltwater fishing in Massachusetts without a license for time immemorial. If you fished in freshwater, you needed a license. If you fished in the ocean, good to go. Well, they changed that because they changed everything. It's Mimi. Mimi said the continued sexualization of children. That seems like an understatement, doesn't it? I mean, seriously, Millie, can you believe all of this? And 47 minutes I went on about all the same stuff, but different stories last night. Satan drugging them and getting them naked and making everybody, let's make them all gay. If you sit in a room with somebody and continue to show them, don't you think you're gay? Are you sure you're not gay? Hey, you know how you can tell you're gay? If you sleep at night and you sleep on your side, you are definitely gay. Or if you get out of the bed in the morning and you put your feet on the floor first, that's what gay people do. So you might be gay. Plus, if you're awkward, unattractive, overweight, rude, you can get away with all that if you're Richie from Boston, or if you're gay. You know what I mean? So there's that. And by the way, see that, Kimmy? See, I found out. Stacy, yep, we're all gay. We're all gonna be gay. That's what they want. The One World Order passport by 2020. Remember that? That's fear porn. It's ridiculous. No. Guess what? It was just a really good guess based on facts that we could find at the time. Here it comes. If you want to go on an airplane or you want to go in a federal building in the United States of America, the home of the free and the gay, you will need a passport. And that's just all there is to it. That's coming. That's coming. That's not even coming. That's happening. That's it. So there's that. At any rate, it's weird. Every time I start, the more I yammer, the more I can't breathe because so many people have punched my nose. Took me a lot. My father told me, dude, stop letting them hit you in the face first. At least move. And I'm like, well, I get mad. At any rate, you do? You've got the... At any rate, that's, yeah, nor am I. Negative. All right, guys. Yeah, we need a passport to go state to state. It's here. Here it is. You think that wall that's going to get built is to keep anybody out? If they wanted to keep anybody out, they wouldn't have flooded the country with millions and millions and millions of people that don't belong here that you have to pay for because they don't belong here. Walls to keep you in. Period. Remember I told you last night that a couple of subscribers in one of my neighbors just came back from Mexico. They said the Border Patrol is training military or vice versa. And then magically, a bunch of Mormons got massacred. Well, here's the deal. Here's the story they don't tell you. A bunch of Mitt Romney, you know, the guy that ran for president one time, Mitt Romney, a bunch of his family members moved down to Mexico a long time ago to avoid being arrested for marrying more than one woman and having a bunch of children, a cult, Mormonism. They moved down there because in Mexico, you can do whatever you want. It's all good. This is all a fact that you can easily look up. Well, when you're a super bright white Mormon that lives in Mexico and married to a bunch of people and you had enough money to move down there and you have big compounds and you have all these kids and you have all these wives, and once in a while, the dirt poor people of Mexico say, why don't we go rob those gringos? And then that happens. And then the Mormons decided to get a bunch of illegal guns and fight back. And then they ran into the cartels and blah, blah. The news is making it look like these poor Mormons were down there preaching the word of God. And no, there's a long, big story to it. But I just find it strange that that's the story they pulled out of their hat, that three mothers and 6 children. 3 mothers and 6 children got massacred in Sonoma County. It's been going on for time immemorial, but they want to put military, or we're just going to invade Mexico. One of the two. Maybe the Bush family isn't done with all the drug cartels and they're going to take over the Sinaloa cartel right now because that's all they've done. The war on drugs. You don't even have to go on the streets to get drugs anymore. Apparently, they're just giving them out now. 8 million kids are going to be drug addicts. That's insane. And that's an old number. Look up that Mormon story, man. Or don't. Whatever. Richie from Boston. Like, share, subscribe. But it makes no difference. I am